But we decided to go back down to California, where we had met and married. My mother and father were living there, my brother and sister. His mother was living there. So we went back down to California. Still no job. Finally, he did get a job. And but we were on relief quite a bit of the time. And I can assure you that their welfare millionaire women are very few and far between on welfare. And it's not a good experience. It's not one bit fun. My mother and dad were on welfare for a while before I was married, and my mother would be a nervous wreck just before and just after the caseworker came. And I couldn't understand it until I went through some of that myself. So being on welfare is not a joyride, I can tell you that right now. So, and then I got pregnant. I was going to teach, you see, and Lou was going to go to school and be a Boilermaker. This was our plan. But he couldn't get that job, and I got pregnant. So when I did get to where I could go and look for a teacher's job, they wouldn't hire married women. So we were out that way. So he finally got a job working in the defense plants when Roosevelt organized the building of defense places. And he got his very good buddy, hocked his car for $25 to give my husband the money to join the Union. So we've been Union family ever since. His father was always a firm believer in Union, and so were we. So then, I still wasn't a member of the Communist Party yet, you know. But Bill had talked to us about the paper. At that time, I can't remember the exact title of the paper that was supportive of Communist Party activities, although it wasn't totally paid for. And of course, it was paid for by donations from a lot of different people. So then, the work in the defense plants took us from Lompoc, California. That wasn't his first job, but it was the first place where he and I were living together, I think. Then we went to Sacramento. That was a hot place. I mean, not politically, I wasn't even politically, and that was where we had we had 3 daughters. And it was a good job, but it went out. Then there was another job north of there. These were all in California. And then the men somehow or other heard about a place up in Oregon, just out of well, it was close to Crater Lake. So we were there, and his buddy and his wife and Lou and I, we weren't living in a trailer yet. We had a little cabin. That job played out, and then I don't remember when we got the trailer, a house trailer. But we lived in a house trailer in, was it Idaho? Yes, it was Idaho. Close to Spokane, there were some lakes, and we were living in a place called Twin Lakes. And Lou was driving 2 hours a day and working 10. 12-hour days for the men who worked at Farragut. Lou had a good job. He got a job as it wasn't called a lead man, but it was a job where he ran the job. Mm-hmm. They had a super superintendent too, and sometimes he worked more than 10 hours. There was one job that he worked that he said they had to build and rebuild, tear out and rebuild to make it satisfactory for the Navy. The pay was wonderful.
Was he a part of the union?
Oh yes, oh yes, he was always union carpenter. He was a union carpenter.
And his father was also?
Oh yes.
Strong supporter of the union.
Interestingly enough, his father came up and lived up there too. And he was a part of Lou's crew. Mm-hmm. And one of the men said to him, "How does it feel to be working for the kid?" "Oh," Bill said, "I've done it all my life."